Today at Cabin Life, we're going to show you how to put on a cyclone rod. If you are in a C2 area, C2 is a classification for cyclone. So what you want to do is have something that secures the roof of the building down onto the main bearer here. So we've got a very simple thing. You can buy these from Bunnings. They're cheap as chips. They're a good solid little 4mm bracket, hole in one side, 2 holes in the other. We're going to use 2 of them. We're going to put one at the bottom of the cabin, onto our bearer, and one right at the top. And we're going to put this piece of continuous threaded rod in with a nut on each end to secure the roof to the base. Now, it's been said that they can look unsightly. Once you paint it, you'll never recognise it. You'll never notice it's there. But you could either put it here on this side, or you could put it around the back, just out of sight. The most important thing is that it secures the top down to the bottom. Now this cabin is 70mm timber. 70mm thick cabins usually have a metal rod, which in this case this one does. The 44mm timber cabins usually have a timber rod. But we like to put these on anyway because we like to make extra sure our cabins will never lose their roofs. So we're going to take our bracket and we're going to take a coach screw. These coach screws are about 40mm long, perfect size for what we want to do. We're going to bring our first bracket about 40mm off this wall piece of timber. We call this our log horn. We bring it out about 40mm and we're going to secure it to our bearer. So we can bring it down to about the middle of our bearer, make sure it's nice and level. We're going to use a 6mm drill bit and carefully put a hole through. So we drill a hole through. Don't have to go right through, just far enough to hold the thread of the screw. Just like that. Now, you can use a socket spanner or a ratchet spanner. I'm fortunate enough to have one of these great tools. It makes it so easy. To go in like that. Leave it a bit of loose, so when you put your top screw in, you can get that nice and straight. Makes for a beautiful professional looking job. Okay, so what we want to do is attach the bracket to the very top board, or as high up as we can get, because above here we've got 200mm batten screws securing the apex, and this extra cyclone rod on here will just give you that extra confidence you require to make sure you'll never lose your roof in a cyclone. About 30mm into the timber. Just like that. If you're worried about how far 30mm is, you can actually measure 30mm along the edge of your drill and wrap a piece of tape around and then just drill in until you hit that piece of tape. Little easy trick. We'll get our coach screw and our bracket, and on we go. Like that. Make it nice and straight and find our other coach screw. There we go. Okay, that'll secure our top board. Now, we get our threaded rod. Put the bottom in first. You need to bend the rod a little bit to get it in, so you lift your rod up through the holes, put the washer on, grab your nut, screw your nut on top, and you want to leave about 30mm sticking up just like that, and then we'll go down and put the bottom rod on. So we're going to screw our nut and washer up now to the bottom side of our bracket here. We're just going to make it finger tight, because your cabin will settle. As the gaps settle and the timber settles, this will create, this rod will come down. Your nut, you'll find it will be down here about 10-15mm. Just walk around and once again finger tighten it. After 12 months your cabin will be there. So we get our nut and washer, we screw it up to the bottom of the bracket Only finger tight, no need for spanners. Just once your cabin is first made, your timber will still need to settle a little bit, and you'll find that this nut and washer will be sitting down here. Once again, you go past in a month or two and go back and screw it up firm against under there, and that'll hold your storm ride nice and tight, and you'll never have to worry about a cyclone.